We do indeed. Have a look at this, everyone. Bit of a dense, thick area, but we've got a leopard. Oh, this is wonderful. Another great spot by Craig. He managed to spot this leopard just through we came down into the Mulwati, so we're down in the riverbed, and you can actually see there's a bit of movement through the bushes behind that leopard. I think this is the female lying down, and I think that is the youngster behind her. You can just see some movement through there. But for now, this is a great view, and we're just going to sit tight and see if they do start moving again, just as I thought that they're probably lying down and resting after moving around a little bit, which is great, but they may get up and move again. But again, just look at the camouflage of leopards this time of year. This dry grass, dry condition is perfect for them to disappear in the long grass. This golden coloration, the golden color of grass, their coat, the spots, or the rosettes rather, perfect camouflage in the dappled light. Sammy Jane, you say we needed one of these, and I must admit, I wonder if he's watching. I hope he is. James Richard, it's your birthday today, I know, and you asked this morning for a leopard. So there we go, James, a leopard for you on your birthday. And anyone else's birthday, if you're watching, anyone else around, always nice to have a leopard on the birthday. There we go, let's see. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful? Oh, look at that beautiful view. I was going to say, wouldn't it be wonderful if she decided to come down into the riverbed and lay down in front of us? Let's see where she goes. I'm just going to wait a little bit before I move. Okay, give me a second. Hold on, everybody. It might get bumpy, but stay with us, because I think if these leopards carry on, we might miss them. But there's a fire break here. Oh, this could be tricky. I don't know if we're going to get up here. Let me try. Hold on, Craig. There we go. Why did I doubt myself? Or rather the vehicle. There we go. There's a nice view of her. There she is through there. Just hold on, Craig. I think she's going to move soon. Yeah. Can you see? It's a bit thick, everybody. Just give us a second. Let me go back a little bit. Through there, or I think I had a little view through here maybe. Is that okay? Let's try that. Bit of an angle, not a great angle. Wonderful, as leopards do. They change their minds, they change direction, but don't worry, at least we're on this side. We might get a better view of them again. Let's see where she goes. Let's see. Just give me a second. I just want to make sure. I don't want to move again. If she goes back down to the drainage line, I might be a little upset. Now, I do apologize, everyone. I can have a clear look now. That is a young male. There's a young male that was moving there. And he appears to be stalking, I think, the female. Or now, apparently some of you are saying Hosana. That's interesting. I don't know. We need to get a better look. I'm not going to say anything just yet. drove through here a few days ago. There is a little gap somewhere. I just need to find it. And I might be able to get in there. It is very thick here, so I wonder where about Tara is. So sometimes getting these vehicles in and out of low range can be a bit tricky. Craig, please watch out for some of these branches. There are thorns on them. Alright, now, it sounds like, I don't know how, but Tara says she's in some sunlight. Now there's no sunlight where we are. Let's head across to her. Let me see if I can get a position and you can come back to us. Well, look at the rosette of that leopard through the bush. Now it is very thick here at the moment, but what's actually happened now, I'm not sure exactly which leopard this is, and I must be honest, we'll just have a look and see, but it's a male and female. However, the female is acting quite aggressively towards this young male. There we go. Oh, look at that. Now I wonder if there's a kill or anything around here. I'm not sure. There we go, you can see the face. Maybe some of you can tell us, is that leopard going to jump up into the tree? Let's see, the way it was looking up, it almost looked like it was. See, this leopard is very nervous of the other one. So that would, oh dear, look at that, directly behind that branch now. Let's just wait and be patient. I'm trying to see if you can see a female anywhere. Can you see anything? Yeah, I'm just having a good look with my binoculars quickly, just to see. Wow, they really are almost invisible through this thick. It's so thick here at the moment. Is that a moving through there? Oh dear. Oh, Beard, you say the leopards aren't being very cooperative today? No, not at all. But that's why they're elusive. There's no vehicle behind me, Craig. Copy that. I'm going to try to drop back down into the drainage then. Sorry, see the multitasking again. I'm going to try and get out of here, see if we can drop down into that drainage line again. They're moving around a bit, so it is always difficult. Don't worry, we're almost out of here. We'll go around back the way we came into that drainage line and see. But it's interesting, the female was definitely growling at that young male, so I don't think they are related. So anyway, we'll see when we get a better view of them. Maybe we can tell who they are, and then I can explain a little bit more what's going on. Alright, let's head back to Tara quickly while I get out of here, and then hopefully we'll have a better view of these leopards shortly. Alright, look at this now. Here we've got a lovely view of these leopards, both of them. That's the young male. Let's see, now he's contact calling. I'm not sure who this is. I don't know, this looks like... Is this not Tumba? Oh, beautiful, look at that, what a wonderful view. a nice surprise. And there's some growling going on by that, by the female. So maybe some of you can give us an idea. Who do you think this is? This looks like it's possibly Thandi lying down here. Older female leopard. And is this not... Shay, you think it's possibly Thandi, that female? There we go, that's a nice view of her, and she is growling at this young male leopard. I think it might be Hosana and Thandi. Debbie, you seem to think it is definitely Thandi. But watch this. Let's see what happens here. This is going to be interesting. Wow, look at that. Very aggressive towards him. Wow, what a wonderful sighting. Isn't this amazing? Now, I'm assuming that this young male, because he's nomadic, he's moving around a lot, he's very curious, inquisitive, and it's funny. Tara was chatting about this earlier. The leopard density causes a lot more interaction than we know of, and this is exactly what's happened here. I think this young male moving around a lot, he's found a female leopard, and he's curious. He's inquisitive, he wants to know who is this female. He's definitely interacted with her a few times, and once or twice we think that she even had a kill, and he came in and tried to take the kill away from her. But you see, he's lying down, he's trying not to notice her, she's growling at him, she's hissing at him. See that? It's an incredible sound, that growl of a leopard. But she's not happy with him being too close, trying to warn him off. Typical young male. He's inquisitive, and I think that's why he's trying to get closer to this female, but she's not having any of it. But he is a large leopard though. Even though he's inexperienced and very young, he's still bigger than this female. So she will be careful, but her experience will be able to chase him off, definitely. Isn't this amazing? What a wonderful sighting. Donna, I think one of the main reasons, or a few of the reasons why there are so many leopard in this area, the habitat suits them very well. Thick areas, drainage lines, wonderful areas for these leopards to hide in, perfect habitat. Look at that, isn't that a beautiful view? So perfect habitat for these leopards. There's water and there's an abundance of food. So it is well suited for these big cats. And I think that is why there are so many leopards in the area. No, we were lucky. These leopards came out exactly where we thought they would. John, you say these look so awesome. It is wonderful to see these leopards, and the light now is beautiful. I'm just trying to think. I just want to perhaps try and maneuver the vehicle again, just to allow space for the other two vehicles. Obviously other people that are around that want to see these leopards. I don't know where Tara is. Perhaps we can link to Tara quickly, just while I try to work out exactly and give space for the other vehicles so everybody can have a good view. Let me just hear if Alice will be able to link across to Tara, and then we'll spend some more time with these leopards. Alice? Where's Alice? Alright, so we just... Alright, let me just try reposition quickly, and let's go across to Tara, see where she's going, and then you can come back to us once we've done that. We've repositioned slightly. Luckily everyone can see now, and the leopards are lying down. You can see the female. Her belly looks quite full. Do you see that? So full belly, so I wonder if she didn't have a kill. Perhaps he was trying to look, this young male was trying to look for some scraps. So I'm sure all of you have had a good look at these leopards, and I think you can confirm it is Thandi and Hosana. Very interesting to see this young male hang around this female. This is such a wonderful sighting, and luckily for us they did decide to come out into the open. They are lying down in some long grass, but we can still see them very clearly compared to where they were, and there's still a little bit of golden light on them. Riti, no, leopards won't change the shade of the coat depending on the season. Their coats may become a little bit thicker in the winter, but it definitely doesn't change shade or color, not at all. Now, genetically, the genetics of leopards varies slightly. So just like our skin colors, some skin is darker than others. Same with leopards. Same with giraffe. We speak about it regularly. And I remember there used to be a beautiful leopard down in the south on Londolozi known as the Sunset Bend female. Some of you may have heard of her. Very well known leopard. And she had a beautiful golden coat, Sunset Bend. Lovely, lovely golden coat, and her lineage, her offspring and that also generally had slightly more yellow coats or golden coat compared to some of the other leopards down there. And the same with any leopard really. Some are slightly darker, slightly more golden, and others are a bit lighter. I must be honest, this is one of my favorite things to do. Well, I mean, after this morning, we had quite a quiet morning, but to be able to now sit and spend time with these leopards is very special, and we are very, very lucky. Ali, I'm not sure. You asked where do I think Tamba is. I don't know. Now, again, trying to think, and I still haven't, I mean, some of you are very good at identifying these leopards. I'm not that good. I haven't seen them enough to know the exact, little signs and spot patterns. I mean, this does look like Hosana. If I can just get confirmation from you that it definitely is Hosana and not Tamba. I don't think it's Tamba. It looks a bit bigger. And then, Ali, I'll answer your question. It's hard to say because if, sometimes what happens is, of course, Ali, that the female will leave her young cub in an area, go off and hunt, and then potentially go back and fetch him. So she may have left Tamba somewhere, moved off and gone trying to hunt and bumped into Hosana, or Hosana bumped into her, and is now trying to latch onto her, maybe see if she's got a kill and that she might take him to, perhaps. Maybe that's what's happened here. But I just want to make sure, like I say, I unfortunately can't, I don't know these leopards. I haven't seen these leopards enough to 100% ID them. And I don't want to make a mistake. Now, I know a lot of you can get screenshots and it's a bit easier to look at the spot pattern. And I've been moving around quite a lot. So just, if you can confirm that it is definitely Hosana and definitely Thandi, it will make it a bit easier for me to tell you what I think has happened here and what is going on. But I think that's possibly what has happened. Thandi's moved off, gone to potentially try and hunt, left Tamba in an area and then bumped into Hosana. Who would have thought we'd have 2 leopard this afternoon? Now, this is a wonderful, peaceful sighting, and you know what, in situations like this, and I've mentioned it before with elephant too, in certain sightings we've had, it's sometimes nice just to sit and appreciate and view them. They're resting. In sightings like this, I find you don't have to say too much, depending on, obviously, if guests are asking you questions and that. But it's nice just to appreciate the sounds around you. There's a lot of birds calling, Cape turtle doves, starlings. There was a little scops owl calling earlier too, in the drainage line, not far from us. And I think to appreciate the peace and quiet and tranquility of the sighting is really wonderful. Tony, you say safety in numbers, so that Hosana can potentially get a better sleep with the female leopard close to him. Oh, perhaps, although she was looking quite aggressive towards him earlier. So as long as he doesn't get too close, he should be okay. Sorry. Painted Wolf, you asked if Kruger was still around. Would she have chased Thandi away? Most definitely. The reason for that, we know the leopards are very territorial, and Kruger would not have tolerated. I don't think she would have tolerated. Now, we know Thandi is indeed offspring of Kruger. Oh, I hope I don't get that wrong, but I'm certain Thandi is offspring of Kruger. And she may have tolerated her, but she probably would have growled and pushed her out a little bit, because when leopards, when they are territorial, even though they meet up with their offspring now and then, even now and then when they do meet up with their offspring, they probably tolerate each other. There we go, her head's up now. But it's always difficult to say. Maybe she would have, I think because Thandi's established her own territory, and she's older and she's mated and she's had cubs of her own, I don't think Kruger would have been as accommodating. Oh, look at her, she's still growling a little bit. Beautiful. Isn't that wonderful? Look at the light in her eyes. Flock of Egyptian geese flying over us. You could probably hear them very loud. Look at that. I suppose if Craig zooms out quite a bit more, I mean, it's like almost like one of those competitions, spot the leopard. If you see, I mean, look where Thandi is in that long grass. It's actually quite difficult to spot her, isn't it? Look at that. You can see Hosana clearly. He's lying out in the open a little bit, but look, the further back we go, Thandi starts to disappear. You can just see a bit of movement there now and then. There we go. She's up now. Let's see where she's going. Let's see how Hosana reacts to her. Look, he's definitely interested and curious in following her. Oh, look at this. They're going to walk right in front of us, I think. I'm just going to keep my voice down. I'll listen to him. He's contact calling. But look how close she is to us. We'll try not to move too much, because we know Thandi can sometimes get a little bit upset when the vehicles get too close to her, but she's chosen to walk past us, so we're okay. We're not interfering at all. But listen to Hosana. And then you'll hear Thandi growling at him. He's giving a contact call. Very interesting behavior. Now, it looks like they're heading back up towards the dam. Going to move forward here a little bit. This is wonderful to see. Sorry, two leopards. It's moving around like this, and to have them so close to the drive over some dung there. Can smell it. See, look how full her belly is. She's definitely fed recently. Where she's going to be going. This is such a fantastic sighting. Oh, Beard, you say it doesn't seem like she's trying to lose him. No, he seems quite persistent in following her. Sorry, I think I drove over some leopard scat. Does not smell very good at all. Here we go, they're still moving, but it's amazing to see how he's still following her and staying close to her. This leopard scat does not smell good at all. Where's she gone? Can you still see her there, Craig, on that side? She's going up. No, there she goes. Okay, I'm going to race around quickly. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we've, just as I thought, they did come through to come and have a drink. Wonderful, and we've got such a lovely view of them from across the dam. You can see that Thandi on the left and young Hosana moving off to the right. She wouldn't let him drink close to her. Isn't that a beautiful view? This is just great. Fantastic. He's going down to drink now too. Just on the other side, there he is. Look at that reflection in the water. Again, something very special, having a female and a leopard that's not her offspring. So Hosana, but again, as I said, these animals interact a lot more than we realize, and especially in these areas where the density of leopard is so high. So it's not unusual for leopards to meet, to bump into each other like this. But you could see how aggressive she was. Now, one thing I must point out is look how long these leopards will stay down and drink for. Now, the reason is they actually don't lap up a lot of water with each lick. The tongue curls backwards and they'll lap up the water. But often these big cats, when they do go and drink, they drink for quite a while, especially, I mean, I'm not sure, but it looks like Thandi has recently fed, so she's most likely very thirsty. Often leopards will be very thirsty after finishing a kill. There's a lot of high salt content in blood and in carcasses, so they do get thirsty. But when they do drink, they'll spend quite a bit of time drinking. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Yeah, now, Paul, you say this is a special sighting with Thandi and Hosana, and I suppose it is. They, well, brother and sister, same mother. So that is really interesting. Now, some of you might be asking, do they recognize each other, that they are related? I'm not sure. I don't know. By the scent, possibly, but I don't know. And I'm not sure anybody would be able to answer that accurately. I think people may have theories about it, but I don't know if they 100% recognize that they are related. And is there such thing as relation with leopards? Yes, possibly, not to the extent that we know, probably. And the reason I say that is because, you do get interbreeding between father and daughter, and or occasionally, it does occur, just as with lions too. Let's see the interaction here. If Hosana decides to go a bit closer to Thandi. And see, he's keeping his distance. Again, I'm not entirely sure why he is following her around like this. Does he think that she's perhaps got a kill and she's going to take him to a kill? Maybe. He would have remembered that from his mother and recognized this as an old female, so possibly thinking that there's a chance she has a kill and that she may take him to it. He's moving through the back there. Look at him. Definitely giving her a wide berth. But he's still contact calling. That something like that. It's a bit rougher than what I can do, but dear, my leopard calls are not very good, everyone. I do apologize, but he's contact calling to her. Temperature's dropped quite substantially at the moment, and I think especially because we're closer to the water, it's quite cold. But I can't tell you how fortunate we are to see interaction between two leopards, because leopards are solitary most of the time, and also leopards are extremely elusive. As you know, at times we track for days and not able to find a leopard. So to find two like this in close proximity, the interaction between two, it is very special, and we are fortunate. And that's one thing, I reiterate with guests too that come out when we do have sightings like this, when we do get to spend time with these wild animals, we are very, very fortunate, because they are purely allowing us to view them. It's got nothing to do with us. It's not our choice at all. It's their choice. If they wanted to disappear, they could do so very, very easily. I'm so happy we got to spend time with these leopards this afternoon. This is very special. And after this morning, like I said, I think the bush owes us a little bit. This morning we were not very lucky. We didn't find much, but it was still lovely being out, and that's good. I like that, because it just makes us appreciate sightings like this even more. Definitely, the temperature has dropped quite a bit. Cool breeze in the air. Like I said, it may also be because we're close to the water, so there's cold wind coming off the water's edge. Kelsey, now generally what I've found is young leopards from about the age of 4-5 years old, they'll start trying to set up territory for themselves and possibly scent marking. Let's see what he's trying to do here. He's watching the doves. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, so So as I'm saying, generally young males about 4 or 5 years old start trying to set up territory for themselves and scent mark. Young females, though, I know have tried to set up a territory for themselves a little bit earlier than that, about 3 years old, and I've seen young females 2.5, 3 years old trying looking to mate with males, or males looking to mate with them. May not necessarily be successful when they are that young, but they I have seen it before. Look at it growling at him again. See those ears pinned back, showing the black and white tips of the ears. That agnostic behavior, the aggressive behavior, that's what it's known as. So it's showing those threatening markings, almost the black and white to the ears. They pin them back. You do not want to bump into a leopard when that face is looking at you, because then you know you've crossed the line and you're a little too close for comfort. Why don't we go across to Tara quickly? He's apparently got a beautiful sunset. I'll sit with these leopards for a little while longer. Yeah, these leopards, well, they've been active for a while, fortunately, because it's been a nice cool afternoon. The temperature is dropping. I'll just put another jacket on. It's getting quite cold. Sorry, Craig. There we go. There goes the feet. Oh, she's just changing position. Okay. Now, it looked like Hosana moved just to the back there somewhere. I don't think he's too far. Can you see him through there? There he is. It's amazing to see this interaction, and you know, I don't know if we really understand it and if we really know what's going on. You know, I can give you an idea based on behavior I've witnessed in the past, but whether I'm right or not, I don't know. Some people may disagree with me, some may agree. I'm just going on what I've seen in the past and leopard behavior. I've been very fortunate working in the Sabi sands since about 2008. So 9 years, seeing a lot of leopards. I've seen a lot of... Oh, hang on, Tara's got something interesting that she wants to show you. Some birds feeding on something. Let's go have a look. Now, these leopards are still lying close to the dam. They haven't really moved. I've just repositioned up onto the dam wall, so we've got a different view of them. And again, I mean, what do you say in a situation like this? It's just a magnificent sighting. Two leopards, not related. Well, technically not related. I suppose same mother, but that old female is not the mother of this young male. So Thandi and Hosana. No, Nikki, I don't know. You asked what would happen if that big male leopard, Tingana, bumped into these two leopards now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. I'm going to move quickly. Hold on a second. It's almost like this female leopard wants to get rid of this male, but he's following her. He's being persistent. If Tingana had happened to bump into them, I don't know. It's so tricky. It's so tricky. Will he chase the young male off? Will he try and mate with the female? I think so. I think he may try and mate with the female. But then again, he may not, because we know with leopards, the females are the ones that instigate the mating. The males don't really have to do much. They just need to have a large territory. They need to be big and successful. There we go. There's a nice view of them right here. Craig, is that okay? There we go. And as I was saying, the males have to have a big territory, dominant male, successful, and the females will go and look for them. So the males, in a way, kind of have it easy. Look, it's not easy defending your territory and your dominance, but if you do that, the females will come to you. So if Tingana had to bump into these two, who knows what would happen. He could possibly tolerate them. He could possibly tolerate this young male. I think he may recognize that it is his offspring. I think they've bumped into each other before. Purely judging by tracks that we've seen, I haven't seen them together. But I do think, at night, again, with these leopards moving around so much, they often bump into one another. Mimi, you've basically asked if there are multiple males around, will the female mate with a number of them, so or to ensure the safety of her cubs? Yes, I've seen females move around and mate with a number of males, 2 or 3 males that are in close proximity. Maybe their territories are very close to one another, and her territory possibly overlaps with 2 of their territories, then yes, you will mate with both males so that they both think that the offspring is theirs. I've seen females do that before. If there's just one dominant male around, then she probably wouldn't have to. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. Is he scent marking? Or is he just urinating against the bush because he's seen another leopard do it? He's still far too young to set up a territory. That's why he's nomadic. That's why he's moving through these areas. We see him all over the show. He's still completely in his mother's territory. And you see, listen, you might still hear contact calls. He was contact calling a bit. He's so hesitant. It's almost like he doesn't know what to do. He's not sure how to approach this female. Please don't think that this young male is setting up a territory. He's not scent marking to set up territory. I can promise you that. He's too young. He's far too young. He's only a year and a half old. It's impossible. He will get pushed out. He will get chased. I think he's just urinating. He's rubbing up against some trees and that, but it's definitely not scent marking to take over territory perhaps or anything like that. I think he's just he's trying to show off perhaps for this female, but he won't know what to do. And the way he's reacting, and he's being quite submissive. He keeps moving away from her as soon as she growls at him. That's a nice view of her still sitting close to the dam. You can hear Egyptian geese, basically alarm calling at the leopard. That's the sound that you can hear. Easy. That's interesting behavior, and sometimes all we can do is observe. And I think to be honest, I think us trying to understand every little bit of interaction or behavior that these animals do, I think it's a bit difficult, and I think we need to be cautious of that. I think that occasionally it's just wonderful to view, observe, and perhaps learn and see what happens. We might not necessarily understand it completely, but that's okay. These are wild animals. We're not meant to completely understand them. Anyway, maybe some food for thought. You can let me know what you think. Don't forget, #SafariLive, everyone. Send us your questions and comments. Let's head across back to Tara, who's got a spotlight out. See what her plan is for the early evening. We have indeed got the infrared on. Now, this is the young male. The female is not far from us, just down the road. She did just give a territorial call, that sawing that the leopards do. You can hear, listen to him, he's still contact calling. It's interesting behavior. Beautiful, beautiful leopard. There we go, she's coming back up. There she comes. Oh, watch, she's growling at him. That's very interesting behavior. Isn't this wonderful that we're able to see this so well at night and we don't have a single light on? While infrared, watch, let's see what happens. It's just following her now. I'm going to drive around quickly, hold on. Wow, I think she went right down there. Down that embankment. Is she going to walk through the drainage line? Can you see her down there? And you can see him at the top. There we go, she's lying down there. Is she? Yeah, there she is. You can just see he's still at the top. Wow, she went straight down there. Hold on a second. I'm going to try to drop down there. We might still get. I think we've got decent enough signal down that side, so we'll still get a view of her. Let me just turn around here quickly. I'll drop down into the Mulawati, but I'm sure our signal should be fine here. Now she was walking this way. Let's just have a look. Did she go back up there? she's gone back up. Both of them are just, they're now back up at the top. We'll go back around quickly. Sure. Oh, little Wendy almost didn't start there. That would have been fun. Craig, when last did you push a Land Rover? It's a lot of fun, I promise. Alright, let me see where these leopards are going. Sorry, let's head back to Tara, who's got a Franklin. And let's see, I'll see if I can get another view of these leopards. Now these leopards are starting to move further up the drainage line. We may lose a bit of signal through here, but they're going up the Mawati, which is good. That means maybe there's a chance that they could potentially stay on the property for the night. I'm not sure. Maybe we have luck tomorrow morning. Just trying to see. There they go. They're going through some long grass now, everybody. You can see straight ahead at leopards moving through there. I think that is Thandi up ahead, and Tumba was through here off to the right. I'm going to keep the spotlight. There we go. Here she goes. What a wonderful afternoon spent with 2 leopards. Isn't that incredible? Really, really special. Just having a look around. We should see him maybe once more. Or not. But what a nice afternoon. Interesting afternoon. Very, very interesting to see this behavior from these leopards. And to see that interaction, very special. And I'm so glad that we got to view that and appreciate that. Anyway, like I say, I'm not sure that they could potentially stay on the property for the evening. Moving around, maybe. Again, you know, I'm going to try go back and have a look. I'm sure there's some screenshots in that. I want to double check that it definitely is Hosana. I'm sure all the viewers in that have said it is him. I just want to make sure. But I don't know why. It's just strange behavior. It's very strange behavior to see a young male leopard follow a female like this that he has technically no connection with. But anyway, very, very interesting. All right. Oh, there's another vehicle coming. So they've moved along there, and I think we're going to start making our way back.